This is Devious Dave Rose, professional pariah and all around asshole. And you are tuned in to the greatest, defending, undisputed video game collector on the planet. Casey is Raw.
The following announcement has been paid for by Casey is Raw. What's up, guys? My name is Casey is Raw. Welcome to episode 69 of Saturday is Raw. Welcome. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. Today's been a good day. We should have a couple guests coming by. We even started maybe a little early, even though the intro ended a minute after 8 o'clock. So I have an idea. I know one of the topics actually two of the topics we're going to talk about is the X-Men episode 3 and Dark Side of the Ring episode, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I figured those are going to be the mainstays for right now, is because usually I used to do the Dark Side of the Ring episodes reviews separately, but really there's nothing big. I mean, minus WrestleMania's coming that came up, but I mean, Dark Side of the Ring is always fun to watch, and I'm having a fun time watching X-Men 97. So the other thing I was thinking that you know maybe we'll talk about WrestleMania. I found picture of the oh gosh of what the WrestleMania 40 stage looks like a little bit, but yeah. So right now, with waiting for anyone to show up, like the Rose or Kratos, I sent them a message. I might have to send them again. But let's go ahead and talk about X-Men 97. X-Men 97 episode 3 was pretty good. Um, you know what? If you hadn't watched episode 2 by now, I mean, yeah, episode two and one and two came out last week, but to know what happened with episode three, gotta be spoiled to know what episode three is about. So the end of episode two, there's actually two spoilers in the end of episode two. You got one of them is that um, Magneto was being held for trial for all the past crimes he has done, and he's now the leader of the X-Men since Ex- Professor Professor X is not there no more. I'm not gonna say he's dead because he ain't, but he's just not there no more. So he gave the reins over to Magneto. So there was a kind of a hitman that was going to go after uh, Magneto, but during the trial, and uh, Storm took the shot. Well, I thought she was dead, but whatever she got hit with, she didn't die. She lost her powers. So that's spoiler number one from episode two. And the very, very end of episode two was when uh, someone came into the mansion, the X Men mansion, and Morph answered the door, and it was a second Jean Grey. So I was thinking between episode and two and three, I thought who could what angle they were going to go do. I thought they were going to do um have Mystique as the as the copycat or clone of Jean Grey because Jean Grey was back there with Cyclops and the baby. But um I was also Duke is just growling for some reason. Probably my neighbor's showing up. But sorry, he distracted me. So then I was thinking, well, Wolverine's right there. Wolverine's gonna, with his powers, he's very, not only he heals fast, he has like super, he has super smelling sense that he would have known that was not the real Jean Grey. So I just thought maybe they would have forgot about that, but no, it ended up being one of those two Jean Greys was a clone. Oh, we got. But before we continue, let's say hi. We only got a couple people in the chat, but we got 10 people here. We got Bam. He says he's going to call in, but he says be respectful, so he passed. And then we got Mikhail. Talk. Well, what's up, Mikhail? How's it going? Tell AJ say hi for me. So, gosh. So episode two leads into episode three. So they're trying to wondering what the hell's going on with two Jean Greys. And Beast ran some tests, found out the person who came to the door, that was the actual Jean Grey, and the one that's who had Cyclops baby was the clone. And the clone was starting to get um it was starting to get messages from a mysterious evil person. The mysterious evil person was Mr. Sinister, and they kind of hint that during the other two episodes. And he planted that red diamond that was in his forehead into her forehead. So he was he, he made that clone of that Jean Grey just to have the spawn baby of the Cyclops and Jean Grey, and the the clone Jean Grey, she turned bad after she learned that well, well, granted, Mr. Sinister uh, triggered that red diamond in her forehead into it, where she forces her to turn bad. When it eventually broke the diamond, she broke free from his grip, and they had to save the baby from Mr. Sinister. Welcome, Randy Viper. He says it's Easter Sunday here. Well, it'll be Easter Sunday here in about 4 hours for us. So, welcome. So, but when they got the baby, Mr. Sinister put this baby into some kind of container that was filled up with green stuff, green liquid that had all types of diseases. It was trying to have immune to all types of diseases, but it was apparently the baby wasn't ready to get out of that liquid, and it had this techno virus. So, but they couldn't help the baby, so they had to take Bishop and they'll take the baby into the future so they can get the baby a cure. But it's a good episode. Um, I still think episode 2 was better than 3, but it was not a bad episode. I'm still saying that X-Men 97 captured the essence of the original X-Men cartoon. Yes, there's a couple things that's kind of out there. Like it does, like Dave said, I didn't realize this, and I guess he heard something about where Morph has a thing about Wolverine, and it's starting to seems like that is true with this episode. Like there was when the clone Jean Grey was going bad, she had the whole mansion haunted, and Morph was seeing a illusion of Wolverine in the shower, and Morph says he changed his hand to the claws. It's like, you want me to get your back? I was like, oh gosh, I guess Morph does have a thing for Wolverine. Oh, we got Dave says disgusting. What's up, Dave? Eh, yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but I'm still pretty happy with the new X-Men show. So, I rate it probably out of the three right now. I'd say two, episode two, then one, two, three, and one. Those are my rankings right now. But I'm pretty happy about the episodes. It, like I said, it makes me go back and watch the original series. So I'm going to watching the old animated series. Like they at the first season, they had this. They kind of do it now with X-Men '97 when they have the characters spinning around. Well, on the original X-Men one, it looked like those were toys that they were trying to promote, but none of those came out. What like they look like I said, they look like toys, but they never came out with those. But they did have big figures of X-Men. I had a Sabretooth, a Wolverine, and maybe a Cyclops. Not 100% sure. It's been forever now. Oh, what's up, Steve? Well, I'm sorry if I spoiled it. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of hard to give you a review of what happened. Maybe I need to put in spoiler next time. Oops. But I think it's good. I'd say if you enjoyed the original series, most likely you would like the next series. But that was that. Um, also, I was thinking about talking about let's put this one up right here. Put that ticker up. Let's see. Well, before we even do the next topic, um, if anyone calls in and they want to talk about the X Men, you're welcome to. So, let's see. Let's, just thinking for a second. Give me a second. Where is it? Do, do, do. All right. Oh, we got Steve Callan. What's up, Steve?
Hey,
What's up, bro?
oh, not much. Yeah, sorry I haven't been calling in. His work's been crazy the last 2 weeks and just been very tired. So,
Oh, it's cool. You don't have to apologize. I'm like when people are like, "I'm sorry I didn't come." I'm like, oh, like you don't have to be sorry. I mean,
yeah.
like, like I was pretty sure AJ. I mean, Kratos and the Rose was gonna be here, but they're not obligated. Like, it's not like I wish I could pay people, but um, it's kind of hard to pay. Not no, it's hard to pay people when you're not getting paid yourself doing this shit.
Right?
Yeah, but I read your comment where you said you hadn't seen the
I'm
original.
going to. I don't. I suppose I'm going to get to it. It's just I just haven't had the time to go watch any of it yet.
Well, have you seen the original series
A
before?
long, a long time ago. I've I've seen. I don't remember the last time I watched that series though. I
I love how Disney has it on Disney Plus. I mean, and it
Oh, I
doesn't
know it's
seem.
on there. I just haven't. I've seen like the original one, like
Mm,
I just haven't watched the what if it's like a reversion, I guess, of it.
yeah, well, it's the continuance. It was
Okay.
what happens. It's a year after because the last episode of the original X Men was Professor X was dying because this guy shot in the original series. He shot him. No, I think he had some type of like remote that activates people's mutant powers, and it really triggered it so bad in Professor X that it pretty much crippled him, and he was about, pretty much on his deathbed until Jean Grey reached this one woman who, or maybe it was Professor X by himself, this woman who was from the other side of the galaxy, come over to get him, and the only way to take care of his condition is to take him back to where she's from with her technology, but they couldn't bring him back. So it was a year later. So it's not like 20, 30 years later. It was the next year. And I think that's a smart move because um it would be weird like 20, 30 years later and not Jean Grey, Jubilee still looks like a freaking teenager. Like, but I think it's good series. I
I'll
feel
definitely
like,
check it out.
huh?
I said I'll definitely
Oh,
go check it out.
so have you seen the recent episode of Dark Side of the Ring with about Brutus the Barber
Not.
Beefcake?
I I was about to go watch it later. No, I've only seen the last one. But we can talk about it. I'll watch it anyways. You can. I'll just watch it anyways. It doesn't matter if we talk about it, if we spoil it. I'll just go.
And there's nothing really much new about it. And like they talk
Yeah.
about his career before WWF, his career during the WWF. his career in WCW, his injury that with parasailing, like where he
Oh,
said he had his face just blown up, and they one of the last things they talked about how he's no longer really friends with Hogan. Like he was inducted, I think in 2019 or maybe yeah, it was 2019. That was the last year before they went 2020 they went into the PC for WrestleMania. So, 2019 was the last time Hogan and Bischoff, no, Hogan and Brutus talked, and they were saying it all has to do with his wife and like, like I don't know. They didn't go too far into it. She was saying, "Well, I don't want him to go to the show if he's only going to make $300." Like, and I'm assuming going to like an indie show and just only making $300. I mean, if you're like an independent wrestler, that's pretty good for an independent wrestler.
that is if yeah, if you're independent, you make 300. That is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's more than what people really make during a work day most of the time. But they're also doing a lot than just working a match. Like you're training, you're in the gym, and you're doing all types of stuff. So it's not like, oh, it's an easy payday. So, but uh, his wife is pretty hot for. I think she's like maybe 50s, but she still looks pretty hot. I mean, I think she had her tits done though, but they it wasn't much. I mean, they were saying that during his Brutus the Barber Beefcake days, like when he found out that he was gonna do that gimmick, that but they said that he didn't really like it. He was like, "How am I gonna pull that off?" And he started, according to Dark Side of the Ring, that he started destroying the locker room. And like you figure, you're destroying the locker room. Why would the WWF? Uh, oh gosh, what was the allow that to happen? You figure they would suspend him or even fire him for that. Like you can't go around destroying a
Oh, well, no, you
locker
can't
room.
go around doing that. No,
What?
I said no, you can't. So did they do anything, or did they just not do anything about that incident?
They didn't do anything. Eventually what they said in the storyline is that Hogan came in and it's like, we'll figure it out, brother, and we'll make it work. So um, he's like, why don't you just go in there and just cut some of their hair off and first put them to sleep with your chokehold, then cut some of their hair off. But the thing is, I'm not going to take neither their pin. Like, yes, that's what they do. That's what he did. But I mean, I'm not going to trust his word, and I'm certainly not going to trust Hogan's word either.
Oh yeah, it's Hogan's World. What do you expect?
So let's say hi to BR in the chat, and we got I am a chicken sandwich saying we're a bunch of marks on the skull, and then he says like Costanza says Mark, and then eat him with mustard. Yeah, I mean, I hope that's not like trying to look at his thumbnail, like whatever that little sauce is on there. that better not be fucking mayo because I hate mayo.
Oh, you hate
But
me?
oh, I hate mayo. But I would eat it with mustard. But that does look good actually. I had Chinese food today. I was in the mood for Chinese
Oh,
food.
nice.
Oh my god. He says it's not mayo. You put jizz on it.
Oh, Chinese food sounds good.
Oh, what I had was really good. Uh, I had chicken broccoli, and not only that, I had fried rice, General Tao chicken. It was good. I think it was from Panda Express. And no, I didn't drive it. I was out and about, and I didn't. I just wanted to order it through DoorDash, and it was there before I got home. So I'm just looking at Lucas. He's asleep over there. He's in his bed. But he no, but chicken sandwich. That actually sounds pretty good.
That does. I don't remember last time I had a chicken sandwich.
I mean, God, trying to think of the chicken. Chick-fil-A sandwich is okay, but they're too expensive.
I like Popeyes.
Mm,
They're all right. I've had not my favorite, but I've had Popeyes before.
I really like the sliders that KFC did. It was like I forgot what they call them. Little, I think they call little. It was some type of slider, chicken sliders, and you can have like a barbecue and all types of sliders, and it was good. And they were cheap, but they don't. They have. They used to have a few versions of them. Now it's down to like just one. Chicken. Uh, sounds good. Yeah, I hadn't had Chinese food until like couple times recently. Like I've been trying to change up what I want to eat. Um, honestly,
Hmm.
I need to eat healthier and drink healthier. That like it's I can probably eat more healthier easier. It's drinking healthier is a lot harder for me. But oh, going back to Brutus Barber Beefcake, it was okay. I mean, I still rate out of the seasons. I think the best one it's gotta be um Buff Bagwell. And then trying to remember, I know you got Buff Bagwell. What else they were there? I know they
Hmm.
oh Terry Gordy, that was good. I mean they're all good, but I think Buff Bagwell was the best. And oh John the Earthquake. Earthquake was good too, but I think they're changing their vibe a little bit because I remember they really focus on some of the really bad stories
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I think
that's just the thing. Speaking of Buff Bagwell, he's coming to a shopping mall where I am on the June 20th.
mm,
So I might go. I might go to that.
huh. Costanza in the chat says, well before that, Casey you might like McDonald's. That's 100% healthy redneck right there. Then he says Philadelphia is ready for another riot cause Cody ain't winning the belt. Uh, I think he'll win it.
He's winning. They're not gonna do it both. They're not gonna give it to Roman both years because That I don't see them doing it.
I'll bet money. Um, what's going to happen? Actually, let me see if I'm able to do this without lagging. But I'm gonna try this because I still need better internet. So give me a second. I'm trying to focus. Probably had to go to Wikipedia on this, but I feel that they'll lose the tag team match to to Roman and The Rock, and forces it to be Bloodline rules on night two. And I feel that Cody will finally do win, but I think the Rock will turn um on the Rock is going to turn on Roman.
Well, of
Uh,
course, even if there's bloodline rules, Cody will still have help.
mhm.
Well, yeah, I could see The Rock betraying Roman, because if you ever watched The Young Rock, they kind of hinted at it in one of the episodes.
Dave says that he thinks he's winning on Sunday and losing on Monday. No, he'll give him at least a 6 month run. I guarantee you that. What's up to seeing is Rose
Rose,
Montana.
yo,
Rose, what's up, man? And Stanza is right. This will be the first Mania without Vince McMahon. The whole show. So yeah, it'd be nice not having him there. So hopefully it'll be good. BR says Philly will cheer for Cody's loss. It's a for it's a perfect spot for it. Nah, I think Cody's gonna win the belt. Let me do this. I'm gonna bring up the Wikipedia page
Cody's
of
gonna win because, like I said, they're not gonna do another month of Roman holding that title. Because if they do that, then I don't know how much more I can take of Roman.
yeah, I think that's pretty much at the very end. Let me give me a second. Oh, we got Federico in the chat. What's up, man? Let me see if I'm able to share this without having a problem. So give me 2 seconds. No, that's not one. Where the hell is it? Okay, there it is. Sorry, guys. You gotta give me a little time. I'm trying to figure this out. So let me bring. Oh, we're already on there. Let's see if we can have a better picture. I think that's okay right there. Do you like it this way or this way?
It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, let's take a look at this. So this is the WrestleMania XL on Wikipedia. There's Lincoln's Financial Field. I've been there for one preseason game. We went there for my late wife's birthday present. She was a big fan of the Carolina Panthers, and they came um, to Philly, so it was easier to um, go there and then go to Carolina. So let's see. You got Stanza. They want Roman to pass Hogan's streak. Nah, no, I don't think that's happening. I think they'll finally let Cody win. So let's go through this. They already have night two. The only two that we know for night two is Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, and then Roman versus Cody. Uh, I'll probably say it'll probably will be Drew McIntyre winning, unless CM Punk is the referee. Then possibly Seth Rollins will retain.
No, I see either Drew's gonna win or Seth. I don't know. Either way, someone's gonna win, but I have a feeling that Damien will cash in on that match. Whoever won.
Oh, for this one for the world belt.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
he's
can see that.
he's gonna fail though. I think he's gonna try to cash in, but it won't be successful.
And then between Roman and Cody, I would choose Cody to win. That's my prediction on that one. But it'll be under bloodline rules. That's my prediction. What about you?
Oh, just sorry, I spaced out. What match?
For Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes,
Oh,
what's your huh?
I got Cody for that.
Do you think it's bloodline rules or you think it's just one on one?
It probably will be Bloodline, but people will probably just come and help Cody anyways.
All right, then we got Io Sky versus Bailey. Um, I got. I'm telling you right now, not all the titles are changing. It's very unlikely all the titles will change over. So I'm gonna say he. I'm gonna say Bailey will beat Io Sky, but I think Rhea Ripley will retain her belt over Becky Lynch. One of the women is not the belts are not both belts are turning over. I'm telling you, one of those
Yeah.
are not turning over.
Well, I got Io to retain, and then I got Becky over Rhea.
So we're the exact opposite. So um then you have for the Intercontinental Championship, you got Gunther versus Sami Zayn. And that's a hard one. I mean, I think Sami Zayn it's not like this will be his first singles belt. I mean, he's already been the Intercontinental Champion, so I mean, it would be a good moment for him.
I see Gunther retaining, and then down the line, I think they're gonna give it to Chad Gable to dethrone Gunther eventually.
The problem is they should have done that at this year's WrestleMania.
Well, you never know. Yeah, I know there should have been like a triple threat. That's what I think it should have been.
Uh, that's really hard. You going with Gunther? I might go with Sami Zayn.
Because I was shocked when Sami Zayn beat Chad Gable for this in that gauntlet.
Let me see what other people are saying in the chat. Stanza saying, although it's in limbo because Vince is gone, eh, they already know who wins if I was in the. Well, duh. And then Devious Dave Rose says, what are bloodline rules? Well, what they've been saying is just anything goes. I mean, honestly, they're going to have the whole bloodline are probably around ringside, so that would give The Rock, give Roman more of a chance to retain. But it's pretty much anything goes.
Yeah,
Uh, that's what Michael Cole's been saying.
that's basically what it is.
So, the next one, I guess any of the title matches that might could stay as retain. It could be this one is the tag team championship match. Is the was it the ladder match? Yeah, it's the 6-pack tag team ladder match. That should be probably that's going to be really good.
I
You got
got the tag titles changing there.
all right. So you're going to say Judgment Day will lose then. I will the while I'm looking, the top three teams I think who will win is either Judgment Day, DIY, or the Austin Truth. And if it's not Judgment Day, it's hard between DIY or the Austin
I'm
Truth.
gonna pick DIY to win. I don't know. I just have a feeling at WrestleMania will be the start of the fall of the Judgment Day. I don't know why. I just that's might be happening.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, some people are saying they're thinking maybe Rhea Ripley's gonna just kick out the men and have all new women stable. But
And see what happens.
I'm yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna probably go with Judgment Day to retain because even though I like the new Catch Republic, I don't think they're gonna I don't think they'll win. Definitely A Town Down Under is not gonna win.
Well, you know, of course.
Oh, Duke, did you hear that?
No.
Duke was barking. Now he's kind of like making little sounds. I don't think New Day needs to win. I mean,
No, they've been champs too long, too many
yeah.
times. They can put somebody over.
So that's why I'm saying it's either DIY. If it's not Judgment Day, it's either DIY or the Awesome Truth. And it's hard because they're both kind of over right now. But
DIY,
I'm
don't you mean we generation we whatever how truth called them?
DX.
Yeah, then it's not DIY, it's DX.
But I'm gonna say Judgment Day is retaining. So that would probably be the second, or at least the only one that will retain their belts. Because, like I said, I don't see every belt changing over. The
No,
next one, you got LA Knight versus AJ Styles. That's a hard one because AJ Styles don't need the win.
I got LA Knight.
But yeah, LA Knight needs the win. But AJ, that could go either way. That's hard.
And
Uh,
apparently AJ Styles also is gonna be getting still it's gonna be his theme music, but I guess they redid it. So I guess
oh yeah.
WrestleMania they redid his because he even tweeted saying that his theme song is changing because he says it doesn't fit him. I know he tweeted it out,
Mhm.
so yeah, he's getting I think a remix to his current theme because he tweeted out that the current one is not working with him.
Yeah, because that's more of it's kind of like how Sami Zayn he couldn't continue using that same theme song when he was a heel because
Wow,
well,
yeah.
I mean it's so upbeat. Why are you gonna have an upbeat entrance for a heel? So, and I can kind of see that point for AJ Styles because I mean it's not upbeat, but it's still kind of style. It's almost like how Shinsuke Nakamura has that cool theme song, and they had to change it up a little bit because he turned the heel. But I could see that. So I'm kind of agree. I do think LA Knight will retain. Uh oh gosh. So Dave. Rose says a lumberjack rules. Uh, no, that's what I'm saying. Well, that I think will happen. They'll just have The Rock, Jimmy Uso, Solo, and probably the other uh, Fatu that's out there, their other brother, I guess. That
Maybe.
was it. J Fatu or whatever his name was.
Yeah, he might
Uh,
show up.
yeah. So, but they're saying it's a anything goes match as well. Then Costanza says, "Did I shit my pants on stream because he smells it? You dickhead." But yeah, I'll choose LA Knight. I think this is a little bit more obvious. You got Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
Oh, that one's. I already know who's going to win that one.
I'm gonna say Jay Uso because he's over right now as a face,
Hey,
but I can see them turn around and have it to Jimmy. But I'm going with Jay.
I got Jay. He's just so much momentum right now.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this. I thought it was Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens, but it's Logan Paul versus
Yes.
Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Randy Orton doesn't need the United States belt.
I got KO. I don't know. I see someone. I see it finally get Logan Paul finally losing it. I don't see him holding it past WrestleMania. I think this is where he drops it.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you. I think KO will wins it, and I think this will give another reason why I think Sami Zayn will win the Intercontinental title. So let's say either or. Let's say one wins it one night, and then the other night runs to the person who wants the United States. One belt. Let's say Sami Zayn beat Gunther on night one. That would probably be night two, but and he comes out to celebrate Kevin Owens on night two. So I'll choose Kevin Owens. So I kind of agree with. I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens on that one. The next one I couldn't really give a flying fuck. You got Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, even though she looks hot, and Naomi versus Damage Control. I didn't know this was a thing until I just read this, and I couldn't care less. And if I had to choose between those two, I'm gonna see. Thing is, not all faces is gonna win, so I think they will win. So, but I'm thinking some of the faces picks I've been doing needs to change. But I see Bianca, Jade Cargill, and Naomi winning over Damage Control. What do you think?
I got I got Damage Control losing. So yeah, I got Bianca, Naomi, and Jade.
Oh no!
Debut yesterday, anyways, on SmackDown. That's how it got set up.
Oh no! AJ sent me a picture. It's a bad one. It's, I'll have to send it a little later on. It's funny. I had it's. I'm not. It's funny. But then it's another match that I couldn't care less. You got the LWO. You got Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio for just a normal tag team match. And I think this will be the one where the heels will win. I think Santos Escobar and Dominic will win. Because, like I said, can't have all faces win and all championships change.
I think
But
Santos and Dom win, and then I also see Carlito turning on the LWO.
LWO to me, it's been nothing much. The biggest thing was having Carlito there. So most of the matches I read is pretty freaking good up till I read the number 8 on here. And then number 9. And nine's not bad. But that's the least of the men's matches that I really cared about. But let's move down if they have anything else. Oh, this talks about the tag team title match.
See, you know what they should do though for the tag team?
Mm,
This would be a good opportunity with one team. See, this is where you think they would finally divide and have new belts. See, this would be the perfect opportunity to finally get some new tag belts.
yes, I told
Like
I
one guy, they could have done it with one person grabs that belt and then the other person, like I don't know, that would have been because they need to split those belts up by now.
no, they just need to just fully just unified to have a
Well,
new
yeah, like just have
belt.
one instead of
Yeah,
just like the women's take belts. Just do like that.
but they might change it up. They're starting to focus more on the tag teams again. But that could have been the work of Triple H trying to make those tag team belts mean something again. Because the for years that belts didn't mean shit. That's why they New Day held the belt for for the longest reign, and then they did it again with the Usos. And I think that was stupid because you figure they should have kept that title on the New Day, especially when Usos been having uh, legal issues. Why would you want that on uh, the longest tag team title run on no with them? But uh, but it looks like WrestleMania XL. I was going to say X7. XL looks like it's going to be good
Oh,
show.
the stage! I've seen some pictures on Twitter, like the lettering and the stage is coming along nicely.
Yes, yes, I was actually going to say about that. Let me see if I can bring that up. WrestleMania 40 stage.
Sucks though, because night one also starts at 6, and I get off at 6, so I'm like for Sunday I can watch the whole thing. It's just Saturday I might miss an hour of WrestleMania because I get off right
What?
at
Because
6. So
because of work.
yeah, I got off at 6 o'clock, so that's okay. I can always rewatch the 1 hour, but that's
Mhm.
at least I'll be
I
there for
mean,
all Sunday. But yeah, or maybe get off work early or call in sick.
all right. So here's one that was 9 hours ago.
Oh, I seen that one. Yeah,
Yeah, so that looks legit.
I know that's the one I saw.
Um, is it? Right there it goes. It's taking a little time. Oh no, go back. Can't really zoom in. I don't think so. Can I? Let's see. Do. Magnify. I guess I could.
I guess
Eh,
you could.
not bad. I kind of like it. I mean,
You see that lettering, right?
it
You know the
reminds me of the
31.
WrestleMania. Yes, I was gonna say the exact same thing. It
I
reminds me
don't
of
know, just the way it's the way it's set up. That totally just
yeah.
that's exactly that's what it reminds me of. How they
It's
did
like,
the thing.
hey, they probably walked through the uh, warehouse. It's like, it'd be a good idea to save a few bucks. Let's reuse this sign lettering again.
Did they use? I don't think they did that at last year's meeting. It had lettering,
And
but not like that lettering though.
stanza says Philadelphia has a small stadium. I don't know. I mean, I was there. It seemed big. I mean, oh no. He says all they need is crackheads on stage. It fits Philadelphia perfectly.
Well, the seat
Oh,
capacity of this arena for 40 is
mhm.
about 67,594.
I'm afraid to scroll down because God forbid there shouldn't be any problems.
But
But
that's a big
it,
arena though. Like there's gonna be a lot of people. Like I don't know if they're gonna. That's a lot of. I didn't. Even, that arena. I didn't know that arena could actually fit 67,000 people.
I'm sure it could. I
Oh, it
mean,
is. I looked on the Wikipedia and it says it has a capacity of 67,594.
this they said is a concept of the stage, and it's close. I mean, they pretty much
Well,
almost
they
nailed.
had a record attendance. I don't know what it was for, but in 2023 they broke the record. They had 77,900. They had a new record. I don't know what it was, but they yeah, some show or whatever they had there on June 3rd did a record attendance of 77,000.
Mm. Well, this is the concept. What's supposed to look like. It looks close, but there's behind the stage is like a bunch of buildings that looks like a set that looks like buildings. I hadn't seen those yet, but I mean, right now this looks almost legit. Minus the XL looks a lot smaller than in those other ones. Like if we go back up, where is it? Yeah, they're having the XL kind of separated, but maybe they'll put it below it. But I guarantee they'll probably keep it as right there. Eh, but no, that stadium was not. Was it built 20 years ago? I don't think so.
Uh,
No,
for 40,
the
the Lincoln.
he, yeah, was it
Yeah,
Lincoln?
2001. I forget what the yeah it was two.
Really?
I forget what the date
I
was.
thought
At least
that
2001. It was 2000. I
I,
don't know the
I
date though.
thought that was I thought that was more newer than 20 years ago. Huh. Eh, time flies then because I really thought that was probably. I guess it is about that because I've been here for 7 years, and then I guess we went to the Philly game probably 3 years before. That's 10 years. So that's possible. I thought it was a little newer than that, but I mean, I don't know. But no, so really don't have much else to think. Um, I could go ahead and show off some of the thumbnails for the channel that I've been doing. Let's see, where are they? Okay, here they are. All right, so I'll start promoting this stuff. So this is Donkey Kong on the Atari 2600. The Deado's pretty good. And then I did Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, the definitive edition on the Nintendo Switch. I also did Pac-Man. Uh, one some people consider it's a really bad port. It's not a bad port, if you ask me. I mean, is it perfect? No, but I still think it's a good game for the Atari 2600. The next game kind of gave me an idea of two things. One, you got Noah's Ark for the Nintendo NES. So one thing comes to mind is maybe do some of these more Bible games that I have in the collection. And two, this is actually a European exclusive game. So I could probably do more European PAL games. And then I think yesterday I released Donkey Kong on the going against the NES versus the Atari 7800. Today I released my review of my NWA championship belt that came in a few days ago. That's actually a real short video. It's kind of hard to have a long video reviewing these belts.
That's a nice belt. That
Oh, it's a good looking belt, isn't it? The only uh, there's two gripes. I kind of wish the engraving was a little bit deeper on the main plate, and the leather sucks. So, but mainly, I'm pretty happy with that belt. And I got another belt that I got to review is the Oval Intercontinental Championship that was actually packaged with this. That's why I said I wasn't happy with the leather, because instead of have two different separate boxes, they shipped them together in a small box. So they crimped it all together. So I was upset with that. But and then I also have Junior Pac-Man that's going to be coming out for the Atari 2600. I'm in the middle editing that right now. But yeah, I really do like that NWA belt. At first, my first intention was to, when I saw that, I was happy. Then when I saw other belts that kind of looked better, it's like, oh, I already paid for this one. So I was planning to sell it and get the money back and get a better one. And when I saw it, it was like, you know what? It's not bad. I kind of like it. Because now it's actually, let me remove myself. I mean, not myself, but me zoom on myself. I put it by the world big gold belt. And I put the belts kind of in order. If you look up there, I got the Wing Eagle in one spot. Then I got Big Eagle. Then I got the Spinner Championship. Then
yeah, I
the
need to get rid of that belt.
what?
Yeah, I like all those belts except for that one. There's this one that's an eyesore.
Oh, the Spinner belt?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Spinner belt gets too much hate. And then the Red Universal Championship. Right there. And then you got Big Gold. And behind me, it's kind of hard. I would have to either lift up I guess, lift it up. There we go. You got the Oval Intercontinental Championship. Then you got the championship that was after that one,
Oh,
and
nice.
the and then you got the WCW United States Championship, and under that I got the NXT North American Championship. So I like the setup. Let's see. Uh oh. Oh, we got Dave Rose saying, "Shut up." The spinner is like using an Apple product, like an iPhone or an iMac. um, I believe this is probably Mikkel's channel link. When we're done, I don't see us getting past much longer than this.
I know he
We
just sent
already,
me on Twitter. I just got that. He sent me the StreamYard's link already.
oh yeah. So once we're done, guys, go check out Mikkel's channel. Go say hi to Mikkel and AJ. So really ain't much more. I mean, we already went through those two
Yeah.
topics. Uh, I had a few cool things come in, and I picked up a couple. Actually, I could show some of the stuff I picked up that came in. I farted.
That's great.
So I'm gonna bring my show. Oh, he wants me to. AJ wants me to show the picture. You gotta give me a second, then. The one that he's. It's funny. I gotta give me a second. So I'm gonna put me on mute on both, so I don't echo like crazy. So I'll be right back. While I'm waiting, like I said, I'm gonna put myself on mute. But you're gonna see me 2 times on here, so I'll won't miss too much for me. See, I'm right here too. Am I echoing?
No.
Okay, good. Because I can hear myself, and it's throwing me off too. I hate that because it really throws me off. Damn it! Now my oh no don't. Okay, I hate when it echoes because it really throws me off when I hear myself because I want to listen what I'm saying, and it just throws me off. But this is what AJ sent me right here. I don't remember making that face, but apparently I did. He must have been looking for a good picture to get me, and he got me. He says the face probably says when the face you make when you take a shit on live stream. That's funny. That's but back to what I was gonna do is I'm gonna bring myself up. So I'm gonna show you guys something cool. It's the shape as a TAR 2600 cartridge, but it's not. This is from Sega. This is the Sega SG-1000 game. This is great football. So I'll be playing this on my Retro Freak with an adapter. I had some cool things come in. I got Raiders. I might have shown this off. I might have already showed this off, but this is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Hasn't been opened before at all because it still has the hanging tip. Can't open top or bottom at all. So I'm gonna be leaving it as it is. The sticker right there says drug fair. and the original sticker said $35. So that's kind of cool. Remember earlier I was talking about European games?
Yeah.
See? Well, here's another one. This is European games are called PAL, and this is PAL A, but this is the European game. This is International Cricket, PAL A version. That's why it has A in the corner.
Okay.
So I played a version of this on the Gold Mini Famicom. So I don't know how you play cricket, the sport. So I might do a look up how you play the sport before I do the
Oh,
gameplay.
yeah, I don't
So
even know. I don't know. I don't even know what the rules are for cricket. To be honest.
well, I'm assuming that's where baseball probably came from is cricket
Probably.
because it came close. Uh, Dave says, "Do you remember the Indiana Jones arcade back in the '80s?" No, I do not. But I know. I think they had a game that based off it for that's I think it's right here actually that they I think they based it on this one right here. Let me remove the comment. And I think it's like that game. But I could be wrong. And none of my arcade things doesn't have it. At least I don't think so. But yeah, this came in, and let's see what else I got. Oh yeah, there's a couple games I picked up here for the Sega Genesis. This is great. No, I think it's Williams. Yeah, Williams' greatest hit for the Sega Genesis comes in. I'm pretty sure this is not original. I'm sure this is probably a rental case.
It
But
looks like a
what?
real case.
Yeah, this has Defender 2, Joust, Robotron 2084, and Sinistar. I was originally not going to pick this up until I saw Sinistar on there. It's like, okay. It was only like, it was $8. So that was like, sure, why not? The other game, I have the game, but I want it's for the Intellivision. It's for $6. It's called Microsurgeon. But I already have the game. But what I really want is the overlay. Uh, to play the game, you really need this to play the game, and then you have the manual too. So I'll sell the game, but keep the other stuff. Let's see what else I got. I need to clean up my freaking coffee table. My coffee table is a freaking mess. This came in is Super Mario Brothers Special. This is the 30th anniversary edition. What this is was a game for made by Hudsoft that was made for the PC for two versions of the PC. And I was kind of hoping for the shittier version where you play a screen like as Mario instead of normal side scroller where you scroll through the
Yeah.
game. You go to the edge of the screen and then the screen goes black and goes to the next screen and it repeats and repeats like that. I wanted that because but I was playing this off screen. I was doing pretty good. It's like, it's not the game I wanted. I'm gonna probably do a gameplay on this. I just didn't want to do it right now, but it's it's on the docket to do. And honestly, I really need to clean my coffee table because I got a bunch of games I'm wanting to do. I'm trying to go through them. And the last thing that came I saw today, I knew I had to pick this up. You ever heard what's called a Game and Watch, Steve?
No.
A Game and Watch is a handheld from Nintendo. It's before they even came out with the Nintendo Famicom. Before they even had Game Boy. This is Super Mario Bros. Game and Watch,
Hmm.
and right now it's on watch mode because you can literally just use this to watch, see what time it is. That's why they call it Game and Watch. And you can actually it has a little kickstand, so it can lay and sit as uh, a normal clock, and I guess you can set alarm, but you can see how much I pay. I knew it was going to be expensive. I dropped a hundy
Oh,
on.
almost a
Let's
hundred
see
bucks.
how.
Was it 100?
Yeah, let me bring up price charting.
That's too expensive.
Price. Oh yeah, I mean it is expensive as hell. Let me bring this up. Actually, I'm gonna save this because I like going to price charting. So let me bring myself up. So, I mean, let's bring up share screen again so I can go price charting. There we go. So this is the place where I look up video games, all types of stuff. And you go to pricecharting.com and you can see all types of stuff. You go to Nintendo, you have like all types of cool v- variants of Nintendo. Atari, Neo Geo, PlayStation, Sega, Xbox, and then even go to the even more rare system. You go to other platforms. Um, let's see. Let's do put Game and Watch game and watch. You can let's see if it brings anything up. Yeah, it does. You can put Game and Watches in here. And what it does, it keeps track what's going selling on eBay. And I only have two Game and Watches that are retro. Like I got this one called Boxing. I did not pay $124 for that, but um, you can see one like they're in the hundreds. Like you got Balloon Fight that's almost $400. And that's loose sticker too. You can see complete in box goes even more, obviously. I've seen Donkey Kong 3 out in the store I go to, but they're asking for like 40 plus more dollars. Actually, they're asking for uh almost 350, no 300, and they finally dropped it down. They got Donkey Kong hockey? What
Nice.
the hell? What the hell is that?
I don't even know.
Yeah. I never heard of that. I heard Donkey Kong 2. Let's see. I seen. Oh my god! That's the newer version. It's like Legend of Zelda goes for $36. That's the new version, and these are not. A lot of times you do this in mobile. Oh, there's mine. So I paid. Oh, let's see. I think that's the one I have right there. It's this one. If it would bring it up, they're asking for 100. Yeah, that looks like the one I have. Loose price. I actually paid about that with taxes. Complete in price is $300. The box goes for $125. The box.
Jeez,
The manual goes for almost $20. So isn't that wild?
that's
So that's
crazy.
why I like. That's why a lot of times I'll if I'm at going out and about looking at stuff and wondering if it's a good price. I knew I was gonna get this, but I was like, I was hoping for not much more than $100, and I was like, okay, I'm willing to do it because it's Mario Bros. And it's a game we'll watch, and I know it works because I was going through the runs right now. But yeah, I go here all the time to check out what's the going rates of um well, if you hit shortcuts, you can put most expensive. You can see what's going on the ongoing rates. So now they have it listed by the most expensive NES game. And right now it's the gray cartridge version of Nintendo World Championship. And it used to be the gold because gold is actually uh, more rare. But I think the reason why it switched because the gray ones were actually in the competition of the Nintendo World Championship. But you can go down here. I'll show the one I had. It was the most expensive game I ever bought. It was Panic Restaurants, and I paid $45 for it. And that was a steal because one, they listed it as a reproduction, even though I opened it up and found that it was real. And I sold it when it was gone down. It was going through the price ranges. Like it was 2016 when I bought it, so it was like less than $400. Then it went up to 500 ish, and then it dropped down, and it was like in the 400s. So 2017 or 2018, I sold it for, and I got $400. So I got most of the money what was going for, and then during the pandemic, it was slow going up in 2020, but 2021 it shot up like crazy. In July, went for $900. In December 2021, it hit $1,000, but now it's dropped down to $760. So game prices like the stock market, you can see it. So that's why you gotta be careful. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can really think to do. You got anything you want to talk about?
No, not really.
I'm shocked that the Rose is not here because I sent him the message saying, "Hey, we're gonna go live," but I'm glad that I was able to show a bunch of like I can look stuff up now. I think partially that's got to have been the laptop because I got a brand new laptop and it seems like it's running better.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
myself. I upgraded. I sold my old Chromebook to my niece because she just needed it for school. So I got
Yeah.
myself a new Chromebook a couple weeks ago.
How much did you pay for yours?
I'm like, it's like I paid like maybe 240, but it's like the newest, like 2024. Like everything's new. Like
That's not bad.
it's
It's
it's a Samsung. Like no, like this one is way better because my old one I couldn't do Facebook calling or Skype, but Skype
yeah.
again and Facebook. So now I can call them like to shows that people do Skype. So, and it's the
Hmm.
up version and it's the latest Chromebook. So, and I've got it on Facebook. The person was it was in the box, unopened and everything for 240.
Well, I've been dying to get a new computer, and I know Dave. He's been pounding me about getting a desktop, and I see his point, but I still wanted a laptop, and because one, I like having access right here instead of plus I would have to set up a camera right here and use another table for uh the keyboard and mouse and wherever. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't
so
need a desktop. Like I like my Chromebook. I have my thing for web, and I for my first Chromebook I bought a wireless mouse for it. So
Dave says you have a TV in front of you. I knew it. I knew he was gonna start hounding me. He says you can have a webcam on top of your TV, focus on it. Yeah, but that's if I'm gonna sit over there. I like this setup because it looks cool with my background. I always hated like when people has like a back screen where it's just blank. At least posters and stuff like that. Let's say if I put it over my couch. Well, my couch is messy. My coffee table is messy. So like I would have to clean everything up every weekend. And one, and also I have nothing against that wall. So it'd be one of those things I hate is having a blank white wall. Oh, he says I take those comments personally. Well, I'm probably gonna have a I'm probably gonna have a diner on me now.
oh, you
He
done it
says that
now.
he says what's wrong with being a minimalist? No, I didn't say there's anything wrong with being a minimalist. I'm just saying that that I just don't like having a blank white wall. I got a new person in here that says you mock me. Come on, Casey, don't lower your quality to monetize this standard. Oh, I didn't say that. I mean,
Oh,
I have no beef. I have no beef with them.
I get you
I
saying though,
know.
blank wall though. You don't want that.
Oh,
Like,
we got Kratos joins us. Welcome, Kratos.
Thanks for having me. I sorry for being late.
What?
Sorry for being late.
You fired.
Hey.
Oh, Dave Rose says I hadn't heard Casey doing any eBaying. Well, I mean,
I
let's talk
can see
about a
that
little
as a good
bit.
thing.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a thing. Like, I can see why people like doing that. Like, if it's really their main job, I totally understand. Like how Cronin, it's really his. Like, yeah, I know he's having a normal job. Like if he can make money not only through YouTube and donations, more power to the guy. The uh, I don't see
Wait, Cronin got off his
unless
ass and got an actual job again?
you're gonna get us hate from the film. No,
I'm just
yeah, he has his kids. I mean, his kids. Yes, he has a new job, but like, but
I have not sub, I've been unsub from his channel for about 3 years, so I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with his channel.
well, I
I
mean,
unsubscribed after he had the mock COVID donation as part of his soundbite donation, where where someone's doing paperwork for a woman and the woman sneezes.
Oh yeah, that one.
That turned me away from his channel immensely in the end.
you mock me, Casey. At least your co-host has values. You didn't chase any. Oh, oh my gosh! Like, I'm not going to go there either. Like I said, I'm trying to be cool with everyone. Like, I want to go to what if I want to go to the Cronin show and say hi to people, or go to the Ken show and say hi, or
I'll
even
say
the
hi on
Dave.
Ken's show. I'll say hi on Dave Rose's show. I'll say hi in Rose's streams. I'll say hi in the Horny Goat streams. But I
Well,
will
yeah.
never say hi in Joe Cronin's stream.
Well, I mean, that, that's your prerogative. I see. I know there's a lot of good
Personally,
people
because
over there.
it's personally because my fiance had COVID around
Hmm.
the same time that soundbite was catching steam on his channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the main reason I unsubbed from his channel, because it was COVID oriented, and then my fiance gets COVID. I don't see that as a coincidence. Right before I unsubbed from his channel, she got COVID.
No, I think most people got COVID eventually because the first couple
I never
years.
got COVID.
I never had it.
I've been
Oh,
around. I've known people at my numerous jobs at Amazon who had it. I never got it.
oh, I mean, most people caught it. Some variants. I knew I was eventually going to catch it, either through work or me going out and video game shopping, um, and I think I caught it through work. It was eventually going to happen because one, I mean, people I work with has family, and I mean, they're going to catch it from someone, and they're going to bring it here. So, I mean, the biggest thing I worried about that was with my mom. She always had bad health, and I was afraid that was the thing that was going to get her. But she was able to beat COVID, but she always had bad health conditions,
Mm-hmm.
and at least she didn't die because of COVID. So,
Yeah.
but
Have you guys heard what
what
happened with the Fortnite streamer Ninja today or yesterday?
I heard something about Ninja, but I'm not a fan of the guy, so I couldn't care less. But
Well, he has
what?
cancer.
Oh,
He
okay,
has cancer
that's not good.
at 32 years old.
Ooh,
Well, people
I'm
gonna
like,
get cancer.
this man is around my age. I'm 31 myself.
damn, he's 32 and it's cancer. I'm like 34. That's scary.
Yeah,
Well, people's gonna have cancer any age. I'm like, you could have
you could
like,
have cancer in your as early as your 20s. Yeah, you have to
or
check for
even,
signs.
or well, even if you're a kid, like all types of cancers. I mean,
That's mostly leukemia though, and
yeah,
like
but that's
it's a
still
blood.
type of
That's a
cancer.
blood cancer. Yeah, it's a blood cancer. Yes, and that can
But
resurface at any time as well.
did they find out what type of cancer, or they just gave a
He literally just said it yet yesterday on his
just got cancer?
so yeah, he just literally announced it to his fans yesterday.
Because I
But
mean,
in other news, King Charles apparently has pancreatic cancer and
oh,
two
he's
years
done.
left to live. And 2 years
Yeah.
left to live. I'm
Um,
Huh?
like,
really
And
knew
I'm like, he didn't even get to 5 years as king of the UK.
I knew that was gonna
Oh,
happen.
like, dude, the guy's old as hell
Well,
already.
he-
Like,
74 right now. He'll be 75 this year.
yeah, he already came in
he
as
was,
a old fart, anyways.
he wasn't gonna pull a Queen Elizabeth II
Queen
reign
Elizabeth
where
II
she.
at least started it when she was younger. This man's been trying to get on the throne for years. People
I
started
mean,
making their own headlines when he got inaugurated and saying 73-year-old freeloader takes the crown. Fix it for you. When it came to all the headlines about him.
I don't know how long Queen Elizabeth held the
There
crown,
were two different
but
Queen Elizabeths.
at least since I was born.
There was
Yeah,
a Queen Elizabeth the First and Queen Elizabeth the Second.
Yeah,
Both held the crown respectively. Well, combined at least about a good 200 years each, 200 years total. Because
oh, you mock me,
Elizabeth,
says
Queen
she
Elizabeth
was a
the
witch.
First,
She
Queen
was a
Elizabeth the
witch.
First was like in her hundreds, was over 100 by like 98 or something. Queen Elizabeth the Second just died 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then conveniently at that same time, the same day she died, Disney announces Lion King Mufasa movie coming in 2024. Same day.
okay.
I'm like, well, damn.
I don't get it.
People gave Disney crap for announcing the new Mufasa movie, which is King of the Lions, the
Okay.
same day the Queen of England died.
Uh, it's a coincidence.
I found it funny as hell.
Uh, but
You
nah,
got,
when
you got like people doing TikToks of people doing the Irish jig outside of Buckingham
oh my
Palace. Two queens, another one bites the dust.
oh my god, that's
That
pretty
went
fucked
viral
up.
the day she died.
That's pretty fucked up. Because I mean, like, I mean, unless the person was really, really bad, I couldn't do that. But
Oh,
um,
they were like challenged to do it on TikTok. One of their fans asked them to do the Irish jig in front of Buckingham Palace anyway. So they responded to the reply and did it.
that's really fucked up.
It's
But
convenient that the queen was dead at the time, though. That's all. Go ahead.
so let me ask you: have you seen any of the X Men's yet? Of the new episode?
I have not because I've been working way too damn much.
What about
Work-
the episode of Bruce Barber Beefcake for Dark Side of the Ring? Oh shit, we got Gorilla Strong in the chat. Welcome, my friend.
Oh, well, Dark Side of the Ring is a different
Welcome.
story.
Glad.
Brutus Beefcake as a fucking water skiing instructor, not his best job choice, especially
Yeah,
especially considering
after the parasailing accident.
yeah. I mean, did you also hear about the one job he had as a security guard for trains?
What? I
Yeah,
heard that
like a
he
subway like security guard. He left a bag of cocaine
oh
in his
oh that's
security
right.
booth,
wow.
and everyone
Well,
thought it was a fucking bomb.
well
People thought
they
it was a
filed.
bomb.
I don't want to say anything because I you know YouTube, but they thought it was a type of disease or that was going around beforehand, but it would
Ah.
end up being cocaine.
Yeah, he had to
Be-
admit it, and he got fired for it.
well, it was. Well, I mean, would you rather be fired or that you potentially had a disease that broke out? You know, I mean, I'd rather get fired for the cocaine.
Either way, you're going
Yeah,
to jail. Either
I
way, he's
agree.
going to jail. disease
Go,
or cocaine, he's going to jail regardless.
yeah, but one's gonna be worse than the other.
Yeah, one's federal
And well,
prison, and one's just one can like get you rehab help, which he needs.
yeah, and well, sometimes just that. Sometimes if it's just small amount, they'll give you a slap on the wrist. But Gorilla Strong says he was riding Hogan's dick more than the mouth of the South did. Yeah, I
Jimmy
agree.
Hart. Yep. Jimmy Hart.
Yeah,
Jimmy Hart
there's certain.
was Jimmy Hart was a he had so many reasons. He had so much pull for Hogan in WCW. It's not even funny. Like being his manager at the start of his like WCW career, you can't script that any better. But either way, after he finally turned heel at the infamous Halloween Havoc '95,
Gorilla
yeah, he
Strong.
remember
That
he
was
was
not
also
even the.
he was the
I,
original Butcher. He was the
yeah,
original Butcher in WCW
yeah, I was gonna
before he
say the
became the
Booty
being.
Man was. The Booty Man was not even the worst one. Like even the Butcher wasn't the worst. I mean, he was the Zodiac, where all he said was yes and no, and that was
That
not
was
even
even.
the worst.
What do you think
They
was the
even
worst
brought
one?
it wasn't even the worst one where they were like, he was the man with no name because he had amnesia. So he didn't know
Oh,
he didn't
Christ.
know his name, but he knew one, he was working for WCW, and two, he knew he was a wrestler. So and apparently, if let's ride with this. So man with no name, like I said, he didn't know his name, but he knew he worked for WCW, and he's a wrestler. But WCW let him work with those conditions. You know, what kind of bullshit is that? You figure if someone has amnesia that he wouldn't be fighting, right? Hey,
Mhm.
because one.
Basically, basically, he that gimmick is everything Terry Gordy wished he had when he had the overdose on the plane.
Oh my god,
Yes, I went there.
bro! Hey, calm
The
down.
Yeti,
The
the
Yeti.
Yeti. My God,
See, that was bullshit
the
because
freaking I like I said, infamous Halloween Havoc '95 main event, infamous with Hogan being sandwiched essentially between the Yeti, Ron Reese, the Yeti, and Paul White, the Giant.
yep, he was getting. Yeah, he was in a set and went right there. Oh, we got
That's
Lou.
enough. Oh my God, Louis!
What's up, Louise? Money? Hi, indeed,
I don't
indeed.
think he'd hide that man in his bathroom if unless he wants Homeland Security on his ass.
See, I got a problem with this though. How WCW said the Yeti. I mean, one, he was dressed up as a mummy, not a Yeti.
Mhm.
So they should have called him the
He was
mummy.
encased in ice. That's why they went with it. He was encased in ice. And
Yeah,
then the
still.
reveal was like the reveal on the Go Home show. He was literally like shown in the Go Home after right before they cut to black. Like, okay, we already know what he looks
Well,
like at this point.
oh no. Louis Money says because of his race, or he's talking about P. Diddy.
No, I think Casey wouldn't like to have PJ in his bathroom in case Homeland Security comes after both of them, not just because of race, because of they might find Casey's new sex dungeon in his apartment.
Yeah, I digged out a hole in the ground. It's a little hard to go through the flooring and the concrete and into the ground without no one else knowing. But I captured P. Diddy and they're there. So,
Is there any whips and chains that we need to know about in this dungeon?
no comment. I'm not answering that question. My lawyer has told me not to answer questions like that.
Fair enough.
Oh. So, God, I have some really noisy
Even
neighbors.
Luis like, whoa.
Dude, I have really noisy neighbors. It's like they're running everywhere.
I can't hear shit.
Well, that's good, but I hate it because sometimes it sounds like the kid stomps around.
That's where you get
But
a wiffle ball bat and take it upside the kid's head.
oh my God.
Whoever heard of that song that had a animated version of Ray William Johnson and Nice Peter from Epic Rap Battles of History, where they were singing a song called "Please May I Whip Your Kids."
Oh my
That was
God.
the actual name of the song. This song is old. This song is very old, but it's like
And
they were pretty much like singing about like bad kids and about how they really want to whip everyone's bad kids for acting like essentially baby's kids. Get the reference? If you know the reference, badass little kids. And there
yeah.
was all different ways they wanted to like spank them, whip them, and like one of them was like a song. One of the song lyrics was like, "I can't stand kids misbehaving, running around and disobeying. All they need is a kick in the
Like,
pants, a punch in the butt, a lesson that will finally shut them up."
eh, well,
Yeah,
oh
real
gosh.
strong, real strong. Your favorite Martian, badass kids. Yep, that's the one. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. They also
Oh,
had a
going.
song. They also had one about Santa hates poor kids. That was funny as hell.
Well, one thing I'm gonna bring up, going back to Brutus the Barber Beefcake, they didn't mention, but did you know that Brutus, or at the time the Butcher, was actually headlining in the main event of their
Starcade
version of
'94.
Starcade '94. Yeah,
I saw that
against
match. That was dog shit.
it was you would never fight like. See, that was a horrible idea. Like, yes,
Who else was on
uh,
that card?
what?
Triple H was also on that same card in the opening match as
Oh
Jean
yeah,
Paul Levesque.
Quebec.
And I'm like,
Well,
okay. So literally after that show, he got signed by WWF. Literally a
eh,
few weeks after that show.
well, it's smart because, I mean, WCW doesn't really know how to use anyone. I mean, the only reason NWO worked is because Bischoff stole the idea from Japan, what knew about the NWO.
Yeah,
He
he
st-
admitted
he
this.
st- and then he stole the cruiserweights from ECW and pretty much from ECW kind of stole the cruiserweights from Mexico, so you could say both of them. So I mean,
A lot of their like mid card talent was ECW talent. Believe it if you think
yeah.
about it. ECW
So
play some New Japan wrestlers. Not so many.
mm,
You know that's the fun fact when Steve Austin was United States champion under the Stunning Steve gimmick.
mm,
There's no footage of this anywhere, but he actually wrestled Great Muta.
oh yeah.
There's actually like somewhere in some archive, Stunning Steve Austin wrestling Great Muta for the WCW US title. Yeah.
I lost you for a second.
Yeah,
I
you
was
froze for
having a
me
little
briefly.
buffering. I'm back,
You froze
so
for me briefly, yeah.
it's
But
better. Like, God, I'm telling you, this stomping around really throws me off. Hey, you guys talk for a second. I'm gonna take Dukas out. He's seeming like he needs to go potty, so um, just make small talk. So I'll be right back.
all right, Steve, what do you want to talk about outside
Uh,
of the
it doesn't matter.
let's talk more about like Brutus Beefcake, I guess, for this Dark Side of the Ring episode. I honestly think that Ed Leslie has had so many problems over the years with like his lack of wrestling ability, his I think he had like one I think the count of gimmicks he had was like almost 20 different gimmicks. It was like who can have that many name changes over the course of his career from the 80s and 90s and still try to pass himself off as a good wrestler when everyone knows by that point he's only signed to every company because of Hulk Hogan being friends with him. You know,
I don't get. I don't even know why he would even try.
it's like Gorilla Strong said. He rode Hogan's dick more than the mouth of the South. And Jimmy Hart, man, as a mess. He's a mess of a man. He was in WCW.
Oh, don't get me started with that one.
Remember the Bash at the Beach '97 match where he was trying to climb a pole to get like a bag of quarters for his like client
Yeah.
in against the Shark. That I'm like, there was actually someone who made a joke on YouTube about calling him a while he was because he was like backstage after the match, called him professional pole dancer Jimmy Hart making an appearance backstage. I'm like, God damn.
Hmm. Well, I wish you were here earlier. We were doing our picks of the WrestleMania picks
I
because
don't think
next
like the
week,
card's all set up.
what?
I don't think the card's fully fleshed out though, isn't it?
Well, WrestleMania is next week.
Yeah.
So most of the cards pretty much done. I mean, yeah, there might be a match or two, but most of the matches are pretty much set up.
Hmm.
But we can get your opinion. Well, all right, I get your opinion on it. So give me a second
Ask
to
away.
bring it back up.
When you get a chance,
Um,
ask away.
get your predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Let's go. We'll go through. It'll be a little faster because, well, oh, we didn't even choose uh, for me and Steve. I believe Bloodline, The Rock and Roman will win against Cody and Seth Rollins. What
Yeah, I
about you
agree.
guys?
Rock and Roman.
What about you, Steve?
Remember I said Rock and Roman.
Okay, we're all going Rock and Roman.
Okay. So, there are several
I'm
matches.
predicting McIntyre wins over Rollins, and
Yeah.
like but
Yeah.
uh Damian Priest cashes in finally
That's
after
what pretty
McIntyre.
much.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what Steve said. So, I mean, he's gonna have to do it eventually. It's coming up to the 1 year very shortly.
Mhm.
And what about
Um,
the Roman Cody match right here?
Roman, Roman,
You're
unfortunately.
really
I'm
you're
going
taking
Roman.
Rome?
I'm going Roman.
Ha- Any reasons?
Well, he's so close to Hogan's record, even though he has very few less title defense, very little title defenses compared to Hogan's initial run as champion.
Well, yeah.
The sad part is he's been champion over 4 damn years almost, and he
Oh,
has less than 100 title defenses.
yeah.
They're gonna milk this cow fucking dry as they go.
Well, I'm going for Cody
They want
Rhodes.
him to get that bronze medal with the dethrone Hogan for bronze. That's where they're going.
I'm
I think
hope I accidentally clicked on Cody, but I'm rooting for Cody, and I believe Steve said Cody as well.
I said Cody because
I,
I
pre-
can't stand Roman anymore. And
I predicted Roman last year, and I won the pool. I won the betting pool last year because of that
Hmm.
pick. Remember that, Casey?
All
Won
right,
that
so
betting
these
pool last year for picking Roman.
see these
Bailey
that
over Io.
Bailey over Io. All right. See, I was telling Steve this. It's like one, not all the titles will change. It's very rare that has happened, especially how many titles are on the line.
Mhm.
Two, gotta make sure that not all baby faces or even all the heels win. So, I mean, you gotta think about that. So, some heels must win. So, you're saying Bailey's gonna beat. No, you said Io's. Who you choosing
Bailey's
again?
beating Io. Rhea's beating Becky. Gunther's beating Sammy. That's my pick for those three matches.
Oh,
Gunther beats
wow.
Sammy. Rhea beats Becky. Bailey beats Io. And
Okay.
for match four, for this 6-pack tag team ladder match, I am going with Awesome Truth just because how good our Truth has been in this run. Awesome Truth for the victory there. Judgment Day officially breaks up because because our Truth gets into Damian Priest's head more and more, and it causes a miscommunication with Finn Balor and Damian Priest because Damian Priest is too focused on our Truth, and then our Truth and Miz win the titles because of it.
Hey, what upsets me? I really love the bit with our truth being like thinking he's part of Judgment Day. I wish they let that run a lot longer because I thought that was hilarious,
Yeah.
especially when they're doing um those images. You know when they have those figures, and then they have our truth standing at the very end with some sign. I was laughing because of that.
yeah.
I find that was funny.
I think LA Knight over AJ. I'm thinking AJ Styles over LA Knight.
You choosing AJ Styles?
Over LA Knight, yes. Because AJ's only
Wow.
been back for what one or two like ever since the Fatal 4-Way at the Rumble.
I
Has he
think
even fucking wrestled since the Fatal 4-Way? Personally,
who
other
AJ
house
or
shows.
who
AJ,
L?
both at this
I don't
point.
know. I barely
That's
watch Smack.
I'm going AJ. I'm going with AJ. I don't think LA Knight's popularity will diminish at all.
I think
I'm
LA
going.
Knight needs to win.
same
I'm
here.
going for the brother versus brother. Now, mind you, someone did a stat check on this. This Jimmy versus Jay is the third brother versus brother match in the past since WrestleMania
Yeah.
10.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the last one was Hardy and Jeff at WrestleMania
Mhm.
25.
Yeah.
So I'm going Jay
Oh
Uso.
shit. Oh, Owen Hart was the heel, and he won.
And
I think.
Jeff
I
Hardy was
think
the heel in that match too, I believe, right?
no. Jeff Hardy was the face. Matt Hardy was the heel.
But Jeff Hardy won though.
I thought Matt Hardy won.
I can't remember.
Do we
But either
remember
way,
what year that was?
2009, WrestleMania 25. Same year where Undertaker almost killed himself against Shawn Michaels because the cameraman was out of place.
Uh,
Cameraman being pretty much Arn Anderson's fucking son.
I'm choosing Jey Uso because he's over right now.
Yeah, I'm going with Jey Uso as well. Logan
There you
Paul,
go.
I cannot fucking stand worth a shit. So I'm picking Kevin Owens to pin Logan Paul for the U.S. title.
What were you saying, Steve?
Oh, I said I got Jay as well.
Yeah, and we all chose KO.
Well, yeah, because Logan Paul shouldn't even. He's had a title for a long time now, so he can drop it.
He's had the title since October, and he's only defended it fucking once.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a heel, so of course he's not gonna defend it all the
And
time.
what about the 30 days out of the fence rule?
Yeah, well,
That's-
that doesn't go anymore. Yeah, what happened to the 30 days? No, they don't even really do that anymore.
That's my point.
it's
They'll do it
whenever
when baby faces are involved. They can't defend their titles. But when a heel's involved, like Roman and Logan Paul, they have to be prepared as a
and
special
Brock Lesnar.
action. Yeah, Brock is infamous for this shit.
Well,
Jade Cargill, Naomi and Bianca Belair. I am going with Jade Cargill pinning Dakota Kai. Because it's basically three black women against Damage Control. Three random ass black women against Damage Control. That's all it is. If you think about it. You know?
Welcome this one, dude. Oh God, I can't pronounce it.
We can't pronounce your name word for damn, dude.
Steve, you want to try this?
No, I'm not even gonna try.
I'm not touching it either. But either way, like I said, the three random black women as a team over Damage Control.
Yeah, I'm going with those three because, well, most of the reason is Jade Cargill they're trying to push her, but because
she had no matches. This is her in-ring debut outside of the Rumble, an actual match in-ring debut at Mania in a 6-woman tag. She's not getting in the fucking ring except for that hot tag finish. That is it.
Yeah.
She's not going to be a part of this match, if any.
Yeah.
The way I see it, Bianca and Naomi are going to get their asses handed to them by Damage Control. And then Jade Cargill gets the hot tag, pins Dakota Kai with Jaded. And that'll be over. And then it'll be mercifully over. And then the fall of Damage Control comes to fruition when Bayley beats Io Sky.
So number 9 right here. The LWO
versus Santos and Dominic. Dominic pins Ray.
I want to see that because it was last year, I believe Ray retained. No, Ray won. We got Old School Gamer in the chat. Welcome. How's it going, my friend? But yes, I would like to see that. I want to see Dirty Dom beat Rey Mysterio. I want to see the ex-con to beat his deadbeat dad. I love. See, I listen to the Soul Monster, and I get a kick every time he says where refers to the gimmick between Rey Mysterio and Dominic, uh, calling Rey Mysterio the deadbeat dad. I always get a kick out of that. Ugh. So, and I believe this is the final card because one, we're 1 week before WrestleMania. Two, we have 11 matches here. And yes, for 2 nights, you figure maybe a little lean. But the thing is, with the Triple H era in wrestling for the pay per views, they've been between five, they've mainly been averaging about 5 matches with, uh, oh shoot, so, 12 matches. That's 6 matches per night. So we know night one's going to have the Bloodline, or I don't even call it the Bloodline, but it's Rock and Roman versus Cody and Rhodey. Cody Rhodes, Rhodey, Cody and Seth on night one. So, and these two are obviously night two, but obviously they got to split up the women's matches on both nights. I would say Io Sky versus Bailey. They'll probably be on night one. While Ripley and Becky.
Io Sky is going to be night two. Rhea versus Becky will be the co-main event of night one.
So I'm gonna say exact opposite. I think this is night one. This is night two. And I feel the same
Either
way
way,
with.
it's going to be a heel night for WrestleMania and the main events.
I feel
There's
it's
going
gonna
to be
do
no
this.
feel good moment for Cody because think about this: if Cody does win the title, who challenges him first? Who challenges him first? There's no credible heels lined up to face him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say Roman retains.
Well,
there's no credible heels at all lined up for Cody. He already beat Nakamura on 3 different fucking occasions. And and mind you, Nakamura, before Vince came back, he was lined up to face Roman in his last babyface run, but they scrapped that. No one knows why. He was lined up to face Roman back in the beginning of post-Mania 2022. That got scrapped. And then Nakamura went on a hiatus. Then he wrestles Great Muta in his last match in Pro Wrestling Noah. Comes back to ice cold fanfare. He goes heel. He faces Rollins in a losing effort twice on pay-per-view for the world title. Wow. Nakamura's done. He's not going to get any titles outside of. He's not going to be known as a world champion in WWE. He's getting up there in fucking age. He's done. At this point, you might as well just let his contract run out or something. Because what are you going to do with the man?
Well,
what are you going to do with him?
Well, Wikipedia talked about the cancel matches. It says Brock Lesnar
versus Lesnar.
What? Oh,
Gunther versus Lesnar.
That would have been great.
But also still a losing effort on Lesnar's part. He wasn't going to fucking win over Gunther. You honestly expect Lesnar to be Intercontinental Champion? Come on. You think Lesnar would have been Intercontinental Champion?
No.
Exactly. Lesnar. Think. Let's put it this way: all the titles Lesnar challenged for were all world titles in his career in WWE. All of them. He never challenged for a mid card title. That's how much star power he had. Never had the challenge for a mid card title. Never had a challenge for a tag team title.
And then they talk about CM Punk was reportedly going to take on Seth Rollins. I do think that was probably going to happen too.
That would have been the plan if he didn't tear his tricep. That's already all but confirmed based on their interactions at War Games.
Well, I want to bring up another thing right here. I'm trying to predict what match is going to be on what night. So I believe Gunther versus Sammy for the Intercontinental title. I believe that'll be on night 2.
I'm predicting night 2 as well. Jay and Jimmy is a night 2 thing, or I'm predicting Jay and Jimmy for night 2.
I'm gonna say that might be night 1. Is Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso. Yeah. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. I would say maybe night 2. This Judgment, the tag team match, that could go either way.
Yeah, I'm predicting night 2 personally for that though. That way it can tie into the Judgment Day match. That way it can tie into Damian Priest going babyface, finally, as Money in the Bank holder. And then cash in on Drew McIntyre of night 2. R-Truth and Miz.
Wouldn't you want to put this on night 1 though? Then, so he can do. I would do it for night 1.
I do it for night 2. That way he can cash in later in the night on McIntyre when he eventually wins the title from Rollins. Because why would a heel cash in on another heel? I mean, think about it.
No,
well, I think Damian Priest is going babyface when they lose the titles, and then he'll turn face after Finn Balor admonishes him for still being buddy with R-Truth in the match. That cost them the titles. Then Damian Priest clocks Finn, turns babyface officially at Mania to the huge pop of the crowd, and then possibly assist R-Truth and Miz in winning the titles. Well, and then he catches in on Drew McIntyre, because I don't think Drew McIntyre is staying with the company. Because he still hasn't signed a new deal.
There's rumors of he's
signed a new deal, though.
But for this one, Logan Paul versus Randy versus KO for the United States belt, I think that'll be on night 1. And the reason is, because I feel like as they had to split up the women's matches with the women's championship matches on separate nights. And I feel the same thing. What?
There's only 3 women's matches for all of Mania.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for the championship matches.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
And then I feel the same way with the mid-card titles. And this is why I'm saying, this is why I'm thinking will happen. KO will definitely beat Logan Paul for the United States Championship. And he'll be backstage on night 2, where when Sami Zayn, my prediction, he will beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. And we'll see the new version of the celebration between both champions, like they did back in 20 years ago, when you have Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit in the same ring as champions, but instead of
Hugging each other.
they'll be hugging and supporting each other, and they're both champions. So that's
But they're
why
both
I'm
mid card champions. Benoit and
okay.
Guerrero were both world champions.
Yeah, but this is gonna be Sami Zayn like the second biggest moment. Like, yes, winning the tag team championship on night one is one thing. Then you winning the Intercontinental title over the longest reigning Intercontinental champion of all time. I think that's my prediction. I feel when Sammy wins, they'll have their new version of the celebration between those two. Because one, they've been friends for years, kind of like how same thing with Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit was. So
Mhm.
I'm not saying they'll have confetti because they still have to have matches afterwards, but he'll
Yeah.
be there to celebrate with uh, KO. So that's
Do
my
you also
prediction.
expect them to die and do you also expect them both to die within 3 years after that celebration?
No, no.
You had to have known I was gonna say that. Come on. You had to have known I was gonna
Or,
mention that fact.
well, I mean, all right, let's say if we're going to go that route, then who's going to be the murderer between Sami Zayn and KO?
That is a good
I would
question.
say the murder.
I think KO because he does have some kids and a wife. Does Sammy have any kids
Who
that we know of?
does he even have a wife?
He's married. His wife was at like the was that last year's Elimination Chamber main event. She was
So you're
ringside for the
saying,
match.
so predicting Kevin Owens going to be the Benoit? I think Sami Zayn might be the Benoit out of the two.
I don't do that. I don't.
uh,
I think we're about to piss off some people with that comment.
uh,
I think we might have already pissed off a couple people.
Oh,
I can, I
lovely.
can, I can, I can heal. I can feel the clips happening because of my comment.
yeah, fuck that. So
I
now
can
it
feel the
depends.
clips happening.
I'm not exactly sure where the tag team titles is going to be on there. Because
That's why
I, f-
I'm saying like that has to be on night two, not
I
night
put
one.
night one.
you know
I
what?
think night two just because of the fact of like you're already gonna have Rhea versus if they have Rhea versus Becky on night two, we can have the downfall of Becky and her like self doubt getting the best of her. Night one, you can have Io and Bailey because Bailey won the fucking Rumble, co-main event of night one. Put on a banger with Io.
A banger. Well,
I mean, think about it. Rhea won the Rumble last year, and she had a classic with Charlotte. How many people can say Charlotte had a classic match with anyone?
mm, mm,
Because those women went the same route as Undertaker Batista Mania 23, as if saying, top that fucker.
mm.
That crowd
Well,
reaction, how long they had the crowd in the palm of their hands. They almost stole the thunder out of the tag team main event. Almost. Because they
you know
should have
what?
been the main event. Personally, they should have been the main event of night one. If that was going to
Mm,
be the match we got, if they were in the main event, I would have put them in the main
mm,
event.
mm. Well, I think I'm gonna go with Steve. I think the tag team the ladder match will be on night one because right now the lineup I've been predicting has been pretty shitty. So I feel
Mhm.
like it needs something. So that's why I will give that the tag team ladder match on night one. And to water down night two, I predict they will get the Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi match. Versus damage control match. And they'll also get the LWO versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dom match on night 2. So either or, if one night has the tag team ladder match, the other night will have these two matches. That's what I'm predicting because the ladder match it'll go probably 30 to 45 minutes long. So you
Doubtful.
figured I
Not
I
doubtful.
think this is a
Personally,
6. There's going to be 12 people in that ladder match.
I
So
think LWO and Santos and Dirty Dom get the open night too. I think they open night too
okay.
because you want that heat on Dominic when he makes his entrance to open up the show. You gotta have that heat to start the show because you already
Well,
know. I mean, and then going into the final moments of the match where he pins his father, you already know that Dom is going to have nuclear heat on him, and when he pins his father this time around, even if it's in a tag match, he's going to have nuclear heat on him. You have to remember, his dad paid for his own wedding, and he still got booed at his own fucking wedding.
well, we definitely know. Let's predict. We actually know Roman Reigns versus Cody. That's the main event of night 2. That's hands down.
Obviously, come on.
But as Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, that could open the show. And not because it could be the bad match, but they done it where they start one a WrestleMania with a world title, and
I think this only happened
with,
twice.
and I
Sheamus
think
and Daniel Bryan at 28, and Rollins and Lesnar at 35. That's only happened twice.
and I think Lesnar did it twice himself, so I think it happened 3 times. So, but I'm predicting their opening night 2. Because where the hell are you don't want to put this match right in the middle. So I think this will definitely open night 1. And
what is confirmed?
Because,
you mean for night 2? Think it'll open
yes,
night 2?
yes, it's definitely on night 2.
Mm-hmm. But either way, it opens up night 2.
Yeah.
It better go a good 15 to 20 minutes. That's all I'll say. It better go at least 20. It better go at least 20. Because if that goes any less than 20 minutes,
maybe longer than that. But
I mean, you have to remember, Lesnar in his prime went 30 minutes with fucking Eddie Guerrero in No Way Out. Almost 30 minutes those two went in at No Way Out in the Cow Palace. That was 20 years ago over. That was 20 years ago last month.
Well, let's see. I'm just looking upwards. Other WrestleMania week events. Obviously, you got the Hall of Fame.
Which is Friday.
You have Stand and Deliver at 10 in the fucking morning Central. I won't be watching.
Talk about that.
And yeah, I won't be watching it. It'll be a work for that.
I have to work. I'll be working close to like the time Mania fucking starts both nights.
Yeah, I've seen you like not Sunday but Saturday. I get off at 6, so I'll miss an hour on Saturday.
I'm a delivery driver, so my time varies on how fast I can get my fucking delivery.
Oh, that's shitty.
I'm trying to look something
up.
up.
I can already tell you right now, they're going to add another six-man tag match with the Pride versus the Final Testament.
I can see that. I see that.
That's gonna be on the fucking card. I'm already confirmed.
It's possible. I mean, Well, we still have
You're only
one
gonna have
more
13
week,
matches.
so
I mean, think about it. There's only 13
no,
matches
it's
announced. I have
no
only 13.
12.
Oh, 12, whatever. 12 matches announced for 2 nights. You're gonna have at least another 2 matches confirmed. You're not if you want to split them up like 7 matches each, you're gonna have 2 more matches confirmed.
I'm gonna see if I can find the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
That's not happening this year, as far as I know.
Well, it is, but they're doing it on SmackDown again. So it's gonna be
Yeah,
on this upcoming SmackDown.
I'm
Because
gonna try.
after, so yeah, it's on SmackDown this upcoming
And
week.
why not change the
Yeah,
what the,
I think that's
why not
stupid. They
change
could.
the Battle Royal for the women to the China Battle Royal, the Ninth Wonder of the World Battle Royal?
Right, like they used to do women's like
No,
they'll
I'm not saying call it Fabulous Moolah because that's the fucking problem right there.
I was
Don't
saying in
call it
the
Fabulous
past
Moolah like
though
that.
they've done a battle royal for the women's at the WrestleMania, but it's been a long time since they did a women's battle royal at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
I'm
saying
trying
like
to.
do it on they had one on SmackDown too as well. Oh, they already revealed the contenders for the Battle Royal. That's great.
I farted.
Of course they revealed it. I don't know. I think that they should have Andre on the because I don't know why they keep on not putting it, and I think it's like in his name and just about I don't know. I just think it's not. I just hate how they do that in his name.
Mhm.
Mm.
Like this have like put it on WrestleMania. Like it's so like. Uh,
All right, well, I got the 20 people that are. Oh god damn! This is gonna be part of the Battle Royal.
Oh
what's up,
shit,
You
Vito?
got
Rose started streaming about a half hour ago. Why can't we get them on here?
what?
Rose
Oh
just
yeah, they did.
half
I
hour
forgot
ago.
to mention that.
Uh,
Well, I know who's not winning.
Why
I see names.
What the
on
fuck?
Kratos? What are you saying about the Rose?
He's streaming on Twitch.
I don't know
Wow.
why. I gave him his.
Some actor from NCIS and Shameless was arrested for for being involved in the insurrection. The fuck?
Mm-hmm. I mean, at the I was surprised. I thought the Rose was going to be on,
He
but
is
I mean,
on Twitch. I got
well, I
notified that
figured
he went live half hour
when
ago.
Oh yeah, he is on Twitch.
He's
He's
doing a
doing
Twitch
showcase
exclusive.
mode right now.
Yeah,
uh,
Twitch exclusive because YouTube will strike the stream or block it if he streamed the showcase.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah,
hold on. The thing is, like, he we would
There's
be
copyrighted
simul-
footage in the
yeah.
gameplay.
There's
yeah,
copyrighted
hold,
stuff in the
yeah,
showcase.
but he's not. But if he's on my show, he's not he's just simulcasting. I'm not showing that um
I
the
know.
images. So I
Yeah,
don't know
you
why.
know.
Eh,
I figured he would want
but
to
this
join the chat or stream for like to give his opinion on some of the topics. That's all I was saying.
mm, hey, you want to give him a holler, see what up? Well, you know
All
what,
right, hold on.
screw it.
Hold on. I
If,
gotta take a shit anyway.
all right.
Well,
Well,
Casey, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna relax, but thanks for having
I
me on.
I appreciate you coming by, Steve. You take it easy, bro.
You too.
See you, man.
See ya.
Well, Kratos is in the background. Let's see who's there. We got see if I can figure out who'll my prediction who'll win, and if this is the final lineup. Did Ricochet win 1 year? I know. Didn't Apollo Cruz win 1 year? I think anyone who has won it before ain't gonna win it again. I don't know who the hell this the Adonis is, or Kit Wilson, or Elton Prince. I'm sure that's probably the guy who plays with the Pretty Deadly, probably. Definitely not Tazawa. It's probably my best guess. It's either Chad Gable, Bronson Reed, Shinsuke Nakamura. Did I say Ricochet or Andrade? I think it's either 15, 16, 17, 18, or 19. Definitely not 20. Fuck Omos. He's a useless piece of shit. He needs to get out of wrestling. So, actually, Kratos, if on the predict, uh, I'm leaning with Chad Gable almost, but I feel Ricochet needs a push. Same thing with Andrade. I think these two really needs to push. Uh, and same thing. These five should definitely win it, and it's hard to choose the one out of one. Like who I kind of want to see win, it'd be like Ricochet or Shinsuke Nakamura. But I could see any of these five right here. Omos definitely not. Paul Cruz no. JD's been losing a lot. Otis is had he should have never won the Money in the Bank match. Tozawa's a joke. Ivar is doing good, but I don't see it happening. Three brothers are not doing it, and I think Strong Guy is probably with Veer, so X them out. I don't see Cameron Grimes winning it, or Elton Prince or Kit Williams. Cedric Alexander is good, but he's just hadn't been anything. So, mm, well, actually, I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm getting tired, and I was kind of hoping the Rose showing up to get his predictions, but I know I'm doing night one of WrestleMania. So, let me bring. While waiting, I'll put this up. So, I'm definitely doing night ones, reacting to it. If the Rose don't decide to do it, I'm gonna do night two as well. So, it'll be a long weekend next week. So, I mean, it's a good thing they didn't do it this week because Easter would have been a bad day for them to do that. So, that's the plan for next week. And they'll be building the freaking thumbnail and everything for that. But it'll be a good week. Can't believe we're already at WrestleMania. Like, dude, I remember WrestleMania 20, and that felt like not even 20 years ago. But I mean, but it's you know what? I appreciate Steve Callen coming on. I appreciate Kratos coming on. I appreciate everyone coming in the chat. Let's send some love over to Mikkel's show. Where is his? Right there, right here, guys. So you guys go over to Mikkel. I believe it's his birthday. Go say happy birthday to Mikkel for his actual birthday. So, tell him say hi for me. And maybe if I'm not tired, maybe I'll stop by myself. So, for Kratos, Steve Cowan, my name is Casey Israel. I appreciate you guys watching Saturday Israel episode 69. God, I just realized WrestleMania 40 will land on Saturday Israel episode 70. So it's a round number. So that's kind of cool. But let's end that again. So I am Casey Israel, and thank you for watching. So I'll see you guys next week. And you guys have a good day. We are out.